All about simplicity. I'm gonna show you guys how to make some pretty nice trap beats, but make it simple. We're gonna stick to 3 main things: dirty melodies, ass clapping drums, and arrangement.
And the first thing that we're gonna do is play an ARP. And off we go. They hit that auto capture button, because what it just did was drop in a beautiful clip based off of what I just did. I actually wanted that one to be a little bit late. And I'm going to go and quantize the rest of these. Command-Shift-U is my favorite keyboard shortcut in the world. Boom. I'm actually going to take all these offbeat ones, the ones that are kind of on the up, and I'm going to command write them just a little bit. And bounces a little bit better just like that. So actually going to kind of loop this. Command J just to cut off the junk at the ends. Go in there and loop it. Drag it out for, let's make a 17. Next thing this beat's going to need.
Okay. So for my melodies, I always like to start with the chords first and then layer top melodies over it. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and layer that down real quick. There we go. Alright, now that we got the chords down, I like to just let that play on repeat while I just freestyle a top melody over it, so. Open octave. Ooh. I think we got it. Hold up. Let's try and run that back one more time. Okay, that sounded good. Let's go ahead and click that in.
I'm going to pencil this melody in quickly because what I have in my head, I'm not going to be able to play it out quick enough. Bum, 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 bum. So I finished penciling and everything. I used the humanize tool to humanize everything. And this is what I got so far. So I'm actually going to up the BPM to about 150. I'm going to add in some reverb. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. What I'm going to do now is just duplicate the sample. And if you can't upload the sample, then usually what you have to do is go into Logic Pro X, go into the preferences, go down to advanced tools and make sure that you got the advanced editing ticked. And that should allow you to unload all the samples. First things first, make sure you unload all these samples right here. I've got mine unloaded and I saved that as my default. So every single time I open up Ultrabeat now, I don't have to worry about unloading the samples all the time over and over again. It's plain, it's all good. I'm gonna add in some hi-hats. So the first thing you wanna do is make sure that you have the first one, the first sampler track highlighted, because you're gonna drag your hi-hat there. So I'm just gonna drag in a random one from my Volcano pack, and I'm dragging it into this box here. So now the sample's loaded in this track. By default, your hi-hat will always be on C3. So if I play up my keyboard, it's always on middle C. I cannot play down because it's not pitched. I can only play up. Then I just drag all of this, literally I'll just drag it across. That's basically pasting in my hi-hats. And what I like to do, by default it loads at 1/16. So if I play that quickly, it's going that fast. But I want this to go at half the speed of that. So I'm going to make it 1/8. And 1/8 will span 4 bars. So it'd be like this. Now, what I want to do is pitch it. So I'm going to turn the pitch down in here to, I'm going to put it down an octave. So I'm going to put it down to about C2. I put it to C2, but on my keyboard, middle C is now, it's now C2. It's just been pitched down. If I want to play at normal, then I have to go up here. But this allows me to have a whole...
Grab a hip hop kit. Let's go load this up. I like this kick. I'm actually going to load up 2 of these. One in the first cell and one in the second cell. That way, when I hit my keyboard, I can do some nice fast stuff like that. It's hard to do that with one key. So let's do the same thing with the snare. That one's nice. Why not? Beauty of this is we don't really have to spend that much time digging for samples. You just find one that works, get your idea down. Let's load up some closed hats. Definitely going to be using those. First one's always a charm. Let me just shorten these a little bit. Actually, just put them on gate mode. That way if you hit it nice and short. Pitch them up a little bit too. Let's go this one too as well. And maybe a nice open hat. Let's actually pick 2 different ones. I like that one. We're going to switch these to that gate mode too. Boom. That way we can chop it off ourselves. A little loud. I like that one. You can pick 2 different ones. A little bit more swag that way. Why not? Give them a little panning too. Awesome. So we made ourselves our drum kit. Boom. I'm going to be on the letter G and the letter F for this part.
That kind of get some bounce going. Grab a kick. Alright, now let's go ahead and grab a nice 808. So I want the 808 to be a little kind of short like that. Now we got the drums down, we can go ahead and start layering this. So in the beginning of the video I said it's going to be 3 things: ass clapping drums, fire melodies, and arrangement. So you want to make sure your arrangement is also
with the clap and snare. We got this almost like a snare roll. It's like a nice breakdown and then some kicks. Really start to get the bounce here. In the background, I got these 2 noises. I don't know what this sound is called. I don't know what it would be, but it sounds like a snare. It's got a bit of echo on top of it as well. So with all the drums so far, whenever I'm making drill beats, I like to use a few different sets of hi-hats and pan them in different directions. So as you can see, one is panned to the right, one's to the left, and then one's just slightly to the left. So the first hi-hat we got is this one right here. And it's got just a touch of echo. Then we lay it with this one. And then, So all together now with all the rest of the drums. I can hear some triangles on top of this, so I just added in one of the triangles from my drum kit. And then of course, no drill beat is complete without some sliding 808. So I've got this pattern right here. I've got 3 different patterns of 808s in this beat. This is the main one for the chorus. As you can see, it just slides up into so many different octaves.